Hey, Pastor Crespo here. I'm testing out a live feature on this podcast and also on Facebook. Hopefully, it works out. I can't help but want to say something here. If you've been watching the news, you know it's all over the place. The news of the Nancy Guthrie kidnapping. An 84-year-old mother of a very famous news anchor was kidnapped over a week ago, and um, they still haven't found her. And she's, of course, elderly. She's not assuming we're not. She's not taking her medication, and there are all sorts of fears of what's happening. And I've been thinking about this. Um, it's hard sometimes when you have these type of tragedies happen. People start to wonder, where is God in all of this? We believe that there's a God. We believe that He's in control of everything. I believe right now that God knows exactly where Nancy is right now. But the question comes up is, okay, why, God? Why are you not doing something about this? There's a tendency or a temptation. You can take this so far to say, you know what, God, you know what's happening. You're not doing anything about this. Then you don't care. You don't love, or you don't even exist. Let me share a couple of thoughts with you. These are the things that have been coming to my mind lately. First one, don't throw out what you know because there are things in life that you don't know. Eh, When you face these type of situations, remember the things that you know for sure. There are some things I know for sure. I know that there is a God. I know that this God loves us, his children. I know that he cares. But there are also things that I don't know. Why is this not being resolved quickly? It's not just Nancy. I was doing some research here, and it's 2,300 people go missing every day. She's just one, and she's getting news attention. But uh, suffice to say, let me just say this: that one word of advice: don't throw out what you know because there are things in life that you don't know. Hold on to the things you've come to know and believe in. Number one, don't just be angry and hate God because you don't understand what's going on. Two, there is a parable that it's in Matthew chapter 13, where Jesus tells what's called the parable of the weeds, where he tells the story of a man who went out to sow seed, presumably wheat, and a short time later, an enemy comes and plants some weeds. And when the crop began to spring up, is when they noticed that the wheat and the tares were growing up together. And people were all upset. What's going on? This is a mess. And what was the sower's response to this? He basically said this: an enemy has done this. This is Matthew 13:28. An enemy has done this. The idea and the main point of the parable is that there is going to come a reckoning, a judgment day. And he's letting these things come up together because in dealing with one, he might actually inadvertently, we might hurt the other. And so God is saying bad things happen with good things, but there will come a day when things will be made right. Judgment day will come for people who do evil. You need to remember that. That's another thing. Last point, I'm reminded of John chapter 3, verse 16, where it says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life." Let me share this with you as I close. God, the Father, he knows what it's like to have someone that he loves, his son, being kept captive in the hands of an enemy. He knows what it's like. As a matter of fact, he witnessed what it's like, and he did not intervene because there was a purpose. But God knows what it's like to have his heart suffer when someone that he loves is also suffering and in the hands of an enemy. So I don't have an answer for everything. I do know this. I know that there's a God. I know that this God loves us. He hears our prayers. I know that he has a larger plan. I also know that we live in a world that has been impacted by an enemy. An enemy has done this. This isn't God's fault. Put the blame where it falls, on the feet of the wicked person and at the foot of the devil himself. God knows what you're feeling, and one day he will right all wrongs. God bless you.